Wow. We were supposed to look hyper badass, not fucking disadvantaged. Alright. Oh shit. Holy fuck, that was like in cold blood. There was some wicked intent behind that shot, like he's just fed up with zombies at this point. What a badass.
What the fuck? Come on, just
yeah, so basically we got duped.
Well, we're not coming back here after we find Clem.
This was Vernon.
So this was Vernon and his people. They stole our boat. So I kind of have this weird mental image of Vernon as a Monopoly guy now, like threatening us with his cane.
No fucking way.
Like we rolled and landed on Park Place, upon which he has a monopoly, and then to add injury to insult, he just smacked us in the knee with his cane, tipped his hat to us, and dipped with our dinghy.
They're just people.
So yeah, fuck Vernon, fuck his people, Vernon sucks.
Even longer than we have. No wonder they got the jump on us.
I don't give a fuck if their Make-A-Wish was a fucking boat ride. When I find them, I'm gonna rip their throats out.
We'll never find
Holy shit. What a line.
Done the same.
Says the guy who wouldn't take a box of food from an abandoned car.
Things have changed.
Hey, fuck you, Kenny. There's morals, damn it.
Bad about leaving Clementine behind, but the boat was an opportunity they couldn't pass up.
Vernon probably planned this out.
Wait, he left Clementine even though he wanted the best for her to save a bunch of cancer patients? What the fuck? What kind of messed up shit is that? What kind of a double standard? You've lived like 50 or 60 plus years. Clementine is like 9 or 8.
We shouldn't be out in the open.
Jesus, dude.
This is not happening. Everything is so fucked.
Clementine is still out there.
So we get Clementine.
What, are you late to the party, Kenny? Like, everything has been fucked since day 1.
We go into
it's been fucked since episode 1.
I don't want to go back out there again.
Then don't. Go your own way.
Sorry, I really shouldn't swear so much. It's very habitual.
Need something.
You wouldn't have had a boat to lose without us. So shove it, okay?
Krista's right. Boat was a pipe dream. We still go after Clem, and then we get out of Savannah and rethink our entire
No,
plan.
I don't think the boat was a pipe dream.
How about we just think for once?
I think it's unfortunate.
Calm down, Kenny.
We did put a lot of work into getting the stuff for that boat, though. Like, we took a lot of risks. I mean, we only really lost Ben, and we didn't even really have to lose him. I just chose to drop him because I was tired of Ben's bullshit.
What do you think, Lee? What do we do now, without a boat?
Well, I know you two are just gonna look out for number 1. And number 2, you know, yourselves.
Get to the countryside.
Not your smoothest line, Kenny, I'm not gonna lie to you.
It's too long. Take her out there. Live as safe as you can, okay?
Living in the countryside would be so much better. Stay away from populated cities.
You know that's what I'm for.
This is bullshit.
Go into the cities for supplies when you have to, but like definitely choose the countryside or like a coast.
His opinion doesn't carry a lot of weight.
Hey, it's still his little girl out there.
That's what you'd want. You'd want like a
At the
beachside
end of that,
settlement.
okay?
You wouldn't
What
want somewhere that can be easily surrounded.
Oh shit! Here they come!
In the house! They shouldn't be able to get into the backyard, right?
Oh, I kind of forgot about this section, honestly. Maybe this is why the house was far more
Krista.
prominent in my memory.
Search the house for weapons.
On it.
Kenny. Help Krista.
Will do.
Omid. What is it? Front doors!
So, like, I kind of fucked up. Like, is everybody gonna run to the front doors now? Because I didn't mean to tell Kenny to help Krista. I just fucking was dyslexic with the button prompt.
Lee, help!
I meant to hit circle. Okay, good, they're all here.
Knife or something in there.
Okay, if I remember correctly, I think the knife is in this black drawer right here, but I could be wrong about that. Nailed it. Yeah, see, it's all bloody. Like, if I would've cut my own arm off with that, I probably would've gotten infected anyway. Come on, dude, this cursor is fucking terrible. Jesus Christ.
Now what?
It's so hard to move. Like, it's so sensitive.
Get ready to fight.
This place seems sturdy to me. I think we're fine.
Yeah, you just had to say some bullshit, didn't you, Krista? Good job. Oh, is that Bree?
Get upstairs!
Oh shit, that's Bree, isn't it? How did she get here? I never noticed that was Bree before, dude. That's pretty cool, actually.
Guys, help me with this!
She's playing for the other team now, though, so we have to fucking hatchet her in the face. I like how nobody gives the gun to the one-armed guy so I can shoot the zombies and like everybody else that's more able-bodied can push the giant fucking ottoman or whatever the hell this is.
This'll slow him down.
Just do a Crash Bandicoot vault over it.
Take a fucking stand.
So you know what's funny? Like, you know how Lee and Kenny have been up here before and they know there's an attic? Why are they choosing point here?
How many bullets y'all have?
That's so stupid. Like, why are you gonna waste all your ammo here?
4. You all know where to aim.
Get ready.
Come on. This reticle does suck, though. I wish it wasn't like a D-pad reticle. Nice. Good shot. Is that all my rounds? Yeah, that's all my rounds. Alright, the rest is up to you guys. I nailed every headshot. That was like a Halo quintuple kill.
Where do we go? There's no goddamn opening. Up! Go!
Whoa, what's with the blood mist? That's kind of ominous. I mean, it really is our only option, really. No, sorry, no zombies allowed.
That could have gone better.
Everyone okay?
Except for me, like, I'm technically a zombie, so.
Shut up.
Okay, let's get out of here and keep moving.
Kid's right. We gotta keep moving. Think there's any chance?
Kid's
we get
right, he's
Clem and
probably
catch up
like
to
3
those
years
goddamn
younger than you,
thieves?
Kenny, what the hell?
I don't know. Maybe.
I found myself doing that a lot too,
This
like,
window.
whenever somebody's like
No
3 or 4
latches,
years
no
younger
roof
than me, I
access,
call them a
and
kid.
30 feet straight down.
And it's a weird dynamic to
have
get
any
used to,
ideas?
because I'm
I
30,
bet
so
this
it's like,
guy
what the
would.
hell?
He's got a resourceful air about him.
Knock it off.
Dixon Kent III. Industrial...
Mead?
Krista. Just trying to lighten the fucking tone.
That's what I love about Omid. He's like the
solution.
perfect
Not
amount of
stupid
comedic
jokes.
relief. Like, his comic relief is so
I'm
welcomed.
sorry.
Like, the world is so harsh and like so dismal
So
that like if
No
we didn't
ideas.
have Omid,
There's gotta be another
it would just be depressing as
Check the
shit.
floor for any other access. A vent. Anything.
or we wait for the house to clear out and stick to the high ground.
Oh yeah, so like another fun story that doesn't involve food fucking, I promise. It's kind of a short one.
not
So me and Miss Meshi went to this big ass grocery store at like 5 a.m. called Winco, and it's kind of like the equivalent to Sam's Club or like Costco. So we're kissing in the parking lot, and this weird dude on a bicycle comes up and asks for the time, but I can't understand him because his accent is so
What
heavy.
does that mean?
So he
He's at
starts
the hotel.
circling and coming closer and closer like sharks or something. So I was getting really freaked out before I could finally understand what he was saying to me because his accent was so fucking heavy. And
need
I
to start thinking
realized he
about
was
more than
asking for the
Clementine.
time, and I was like, it's 5:06. And that's the story of why I now have a mild fear
How do we
of
get
French
out of
people.
That's the whole point.
Because the dude was French.
Okay, now your life depends on it. How do you get out of here?
I don't know. I don't get it.
I do.
Like I said, everyone needs to keep looking for a way out, damn it. We're trapped in here.
Do you
I
think
also
that
like how
worked?
resourceful and useful Omid is. Like, he's not just a sheer comedic relief character.
I think we need to have
Like, he's funny as
an
fuck to
adult
relieve the tensions when they get high
about what
without going
happened
too
when Lee
overboard
takes
on
another
anything and
spill.
being too unbalanced.
Hey, look.
We could be looking at a Larry situation here.
Who's Larry?
It don't matter.
He looks fine to me.
I think it'd be best if we just worried about getting to Clem right now.
We're not gonna do her any good if you've attacked us.
That isn't gonna happen.
How do you know that?
Guys,
I mean, even if
don't
I
know
did
what
attack you,
happened
it's not
before
like you
we
couldn't
showed
pick up a brick
We
and
can
dent
talk
my
about
head
it
in
when
with
we
it.
get to it.
Not like you
Lee,
haven't
I'm not
wanted to do that the
advocating
whole
anything
game.
Here, but how is this not a thing? We're all so worked up about Clementine that we're forgetting what the fuck happened to you.
My arm is not the issue. I'm not the problem. The 500 walkers in the house and no door in this room are the goddamn problem.
Yeah, maybe at the moment, but who's to say when it becomes an issue? At that point, there may not be any time left to deal with it.
I'm doing
Getting
fine.
out
I
of
passed out like
You're gonna
once.
listen to me. We will get Clementine back, with or without you, because I haven't given up everything to die because we were stupid.
I'm sorry, okay? Fuck, we can't do this!
We're gonna have to.
Ah!
What, Kenny? I could have fist fought you on the train. You really think I'm gonna break the bus?
Shut up, sweetie. Look.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about. Like, Omid is great. We appreciate Omid in this house.
It's corroded. to
Omid's a
hell.
good boy.
What's on the other side of this wall? A 30-foot drop?
No, this mansion butts up against the one next door.
But, like, nobody's gonna comment on the fact that I'm, like, breaking a hole through the wall.
Really possible?
Yeah, dude, this house is old as shit. Super ancient. Yeah, you know what, Kenny? You work on the wall. Make up for your dickery.
Okay.
We'll work in shifts. Omid, Krista,
Make up
and
for
I.
coming out swinging at me at left
Rest.
field.
We have to work fast.
I wasn't gonna hurt you.
Sure, pal. I know.
Is that a sure pal I know, like you believe me and you trust what I say? Or is that like a dismissive sure pal I know, like you're being sarcastic? Because I do have the potential to dent your head in. Just because I say I wasn't gonna hurt you doesn't mean I wasn't thinking
It would
it.
have been easy not to.
Yeah. Well,
We probably would have let you go alone if you hadn't told us, which would have been a mistake.
If I were you, I would have been scared shitless.
What, of losing your arm?
if you were me, you'd be a foot taller.
Hey,
And about 50 pounds heavier. You, wouldn't get scared as much.
with your arm and my
How
leg,
does Omid even have
like
wrists?
right
Like,
here,
if
right?
he's that light, he should be
still got
mobile
this.
as shit. He should be like Sonic the Hedgehog, running in loops and collecting
Just let you
rings.
swing away.
Fine, you win, jerk.
It's so weird. I keep doing a double take on your arm, expecting it to be there.
I'm hoping whatever.
Well, can you stop? It's making me feel awkward.
I think the odds are of that.
I don't know. I know everyone.
That's like running up to a handicapped person and be like, sorry, I keep getting distracted by your wheelchair.
You don't mean
Sorry, I'm trying to look at you like an equal person, but you're just not, and I just can't.
What do you think?
We just get Clementine. That's the focus. Despite how I feel, I can't let vengeance be the thing.
Sure, but if it's not that easy,
What do you mean vengeance? Like, I know he kidnapped Clementine, but if he has her best interest at heart, then, like, why does it matter? What is the moral coding here?
seriously, can we not talk like that? The entire time we were at the hospital, I could sense you think you're as good as dead.
I was bitten, Krista.
You cut it off.
What good is it to plan around that working?
What good is it for you to give up?
I haven't given up.
She has a point.
I want you guys to take her.
Stop it.
I mean, Krista's already pregnant, so, like, looking after one kid in a zombie apocalypse would be hard enough, but, like, looking after two
listen to him.
might be a pain in the ass.
It's what I want, okay?
All right. I'm out of gas. You look good and rested.
Sure, if you don't count an infected leg.
You want me to do it?
Nah, and you can hop in after me.
Look at Omid, what a man. What a Giga Chad.
Shouldn't
You
be
think they
long
could
now.
use something a little bit better than that wooden post, though? Like, come on. They did, like, no searching around the attic. What if they find something that's literally 10 times more efficient at breaking the wall down?
Still feels pretty recently chopped. So no, Kenny feels about as good as you'd expect.
I mean, do you think it worked? Did it help at all?
I feel like a man who got bitten. So take that for what it's worth.
I still can't believe you went and got chomped.
We couldn't have gotten, like, bit on the finger or something and just, like, lost a finger like a card game or something? Like, no, we had to get bit in the arm, of course. Like, if you get bit in the neck, you're fucked. Like, you can't do anything if you get bit in the neck, you're just screwed, but...
I don't know how to answer that.
Couldn't have gotten bitten in the big toe, you know?
You've lost more than anyone.
It'll be all right, Ken.
Yeah, Ken,
You acting
perk
like
up,
what's
dude.
happened ain't happened. Anyway,
Can Kenny quit crying over his dead family already? It's been like 2 fucking episodes. Get over it.
this guy tell you much about what we've been through?
Bits and pieces.
The aforementioned Larry fella? See, Lee and I got trapped in a fucking meat locker with him. He had a heart attack, so there's this guy who, I should say, was built like a brick shithouse. And we're terrified he's gonna come back and eat all of us.
What did you do?
No, you're terrified that he's gonna come back and eat us.
Didn't make it out.
And you emotionally manipulated everybody in the room and held Lily back from fucking...
We did, though.
Actually, I think I held Lily back. That might have been me. Maybe I'm projecting.
Sorry for hurting you in any way, Kenny.
Maybe I'm projecting a little bit. Maybe I was the one that kind of restrained Lily and, like, kept her from saving her dad, but, like,
You and me both.
let's not point fingers about who killed who. Water under the bridge. Water under the dead body. Yes, because we all know the cure to fucking zombie bites is alcoholism. Come on, don't refuse the bottle of wine. His family died. Do you know how rude that is? There you go. Atta girl. He's like, damn, bitch, you gonna slow down and save some for me?
Through. No walkers. Things are looking up.
Things are looking up. We don't know that yet. We haven't been to the other side of the wall. What if it's just as bad as the other side of the wall? Shouldn't we comb the place for zombies? I was gonna say, yeah.
Well,
Fuck yeah, free gun. Aw, pussies. Did they get bit? If they didn't get bit and they just shot themselves and fucking gave up, they went out like hoes.
How could they do this?
It's what Katya did.
Because your wife was weak, Kenny.
There's no use dwelling on it. You know that.
No, Lee. She left me. A son. People that cared about us.
She left your son because your son was dead already.
Don't make it any less wrong.
She couldn't handle the
You know,
emotional
just
weight of
end
doing
it,
what
'cause
needed
it's
to be
hard.
done and killed herself.
Stick it
That's a
out.
weak bitch
You
move.
help the folks you care about.
Exactly.
So let's figure a way out of here and get that little girl.
We should move.
Context. Kind of important.
Got at least one shot left.
Kenny might have just earned himself a one-way trip to Epstein's
Lee, figure out
Island.
where we're headed.
Admit one. Holy crap. Maybe they have one of those, like, hidden fireplace passageways. That'd be really cool. Like, we go back there and there's just a whole bunch of swords and medieval shit and, like, maces and flails and, like, flanges and stuff like that. And maybe some riot guns, maybe some freaking torches or something. No. If I was ever in a zombie apocalypse, I would have a sidearm. I would have a lot of ammo. I would have something long, like an ice pick or something. And I would have a crowd clearance weapon in case I got surrounded, like something that's very efficient at taking out multiple targets at once. But the whole thing about, like, being prepared for a zombie apocalypse, if it were to happen, which it very potentially well could, is, like, you don't want to be over-encumbered. So, like, let me tell you guys my tools for surviving a zombie apocalypse. I wouldn't go to a police station. The first place I would go is probably, like, a motorcycle dealership. I would get myself a motorcycle, something that isn't electric, something that runs on gas and fuel. I would stock up on all the gas I could carry. I would get saddlebags and shit to carry it in, so I can, like, carry supplies and stuff like that. And then I would make my way over to probably, like, a rifle range, or, like, a shooting range, like a shooting gallery or something like that, because they do have weapons for rent and stuff like that, but I wouldn't go to a police station, because everybody's going to flock to a police station. The first places people are going to try to go is supermarkets and big dealerships and stuff like that. Places for conventional goods. And everybody is literally going to be mauling and killing each other, and you're going to paint yourself as a massive target right away.
What do you call this thing?
So, like, to survive a zombie apocalypse, you need the mental tools with which to think outside the box. And that's probably the most important shit. That's probably your best friend, is ingenuity and your intuition and who you trust. And there's a lot of elements to zombie apocalypse scenarios that a lot of people don't take into account and they don't think about. But, like, you wouldn't want to do anything to put yourself at risk. You wouldn't want to make yourself a target. Think of it as kind of like the Hunger Games, right?
Don't ask
Like,
me
you don't
how
want
I'm
to run
doing.
for the pile of
Let's just
stuff.
keep
You don't
going.
want to run for all the weapons. You don't want to run for food and supplies. You want to scavenge. Like, you want to get what you can after the fact. Like, you want the herd to be thinned out so you have less opposition. Is that one of those singing bass? Oh, it's just a picture. Boring. Damn it. Oh, and then I have one final story for today's stream that I kind of wanted to get to. So I went to my local Amazon, the one I used to work at, to buy a drink, and I went to the self-checkout to pay the machine, and the machine didn't print me a receipt, so the self-scans were a new thing since I last worked there. So I didn't notice that there was a partition in the wall. And basically, I turned around because I hadn't noticed the partition, and I walked back past like where I had entered for the self-scans, and I went over to the Burger King, which is in the same lot where Miss Meshy works, right? And I didn't notice that the security guard had tailed me from the Amazon through the BK lounge door. So like the loss prevention officer started following me, and he started pelting me with question after question like, did you pay for that? Are you sure? Do you have any proof? So he tells me to open the Amazon app and prove it to him after I told him I had, and I don't even have the app, so I had to go into my bank application to prove it, and luckily the Transact was there because I can't imagine what would have happened if it wasn't. And I was totally willing to go back and pay for it had it not gone through and shit. But good luck convincing the security guard that you had intended to pay for the thing that you, like, supposedly walked out the door and didn't pay for, you know?
Doing good.
I'm not.
So, like, what if the history wasn't on my app? I would have had to convince the security guard by word of mouth in character that I didn't intend to steal. And I would have been like, check the camera footage. If I had planned to steal it or whatever, I wouldn't have scanned it, and I wouldn't have put my card in the machine, you fucking idiot. Like, it's a misunderstanding. It's just a mistake. Like, it's just an error.
I want to give him a call and tell him we're coming for him.
Plus, it's fucking Amazon. Like, you think Amazon, the giant conglomerate, like, the giant freaking marketing freaking like, office firm and the freaking warehouse distributor couldn't afford to lose, like, $2 or $3 over a soda? Are you fucking kidding me? Like, I get loss prevention as a job. Like, I get he was only doing his job. That's not necessarily a bad thing, but, like, if you're being fucking stupid and ignorant and dumb about it, then it kind of is. So, Ben normally dies there on that veranda because he's the last to jump when it loosens.
River Street's just up ahead.
At least I think it's that veranda. Yeah, it is that veranda. So, had I not dropped Ben back in Crawford, he finally sticks up to Kenny saying he lost his family, and that he doesn't know if they're alive or dead.
This roof could give way.
Don't gotta tell me
And
twice.
he basically, like,
Keep going, you
hurls a
bunch of
lot of shit at Kenny.
Oh, fuck.
And, Kenny basically jumps down and sacrifices himself to help Ben.
We have to get it back. That's our lifeline to her.
But we can find this guy without it.
What if we don't? We need every clue that comes out of it.
Lee is
So,
right.
there's a weird
I am so fucking sorry.
compare-contrast scenario-wise, and that's kind of one of the things that holds this game back. So, like, if one character is designed to meet a fate, then they meet that fate either way. So, like, if they're intended to die, they can either die at one point, or they can die at another point.
We can't reach. Find something.
And then,
fast.
like, the parallels are basically, like, they happen the same way, but in different scenarios, which is kind of boring. And I really don't like that. Like, I wish it was entirely different, complete, like, opposite scenarios or whatever. Where, like, you know, like, if this character is intended to die, that's totally fine. That's totally okay, but
Can you jump?
I am jumping.
I know there's a pipe around here somewhere. I remember a pipe, and that's what I'm looking for. There it is. So, like, I wish, like, if the characters are designed to meet a fate, that they meet it in different ways.
We'll pull you up.
Good. Thanks.
Like, basically, whether or not you, like, pick Carly or Doug, they get shot. Whether or not you save Ben or whatever, he basically, like, falls to his death, regardless. So, like, even though I dropped Ben at the clock tower, he would have fell and died there. And, like, I get them phasing out characters or whatever for the narrative or whatever to, like, have shock value and shit like that, that's fine.
Shit, they're in there.
But
Fuck! Jump up here, baby!
Let's go. Jump.
see, this is kind of a fucked situation, really. Yeah, see, it's playing heroic music, so...
Get her, Ken! Just said all that shit and not do something now. Come on, reach! I got you, hun! Save her! Go! Do you fucking hear me?
They could pull her up so fast, And, like, this is fucking stupid, honestly. Like, really? Like, literally, this is dumb, because they could help Kenny, too. Like, all three of them, you're telling me they wouldn't be able to get Kenny?
Where are you?
Kenny was forced to move. Okay, so there was no time. Yeah, so Kenny sacrifices himself.
Jesus.
That's a pretty shit way to go, too. Like, it's supposed to be a redemption thing. Like, Kenny losing his family and being distraught and realizing that, like, his anger and his anxiety and everything has put
We don't know.
everybody else at risk. He kind of does, like, a heroic deed and redeems himself.
He could be gone.
It could be okay.
And, like, it's a very good character arc for Kenny, and, like, that's why I like Kenny. Like, Kenny throughout the game has shown a underlying prevalent code of morality and a code of, like, willing to be killed for his friends or, like, go out of his way for his friends. And, like, everybody, like, the dynamic for Kenny is, like, everybody believes him to put his family first before everything else. And that's very, very accurate, but he also very cares deeply for his friends. And, like, I think it's a really good dynamic that's explored here. I'm wording it very badly, but, like, the contrast in character is very well balanced, is basically what I'm trying to get at. It's okay, Kenny went out doing what Floridans love. Shooting people.
Are you
I'm
okay?
just kidding, Florida.
Do you want to talk?
I'm just kidding, Florida. Don't get mad at me, I know a lot of you are mad.
Fuck him too, Clem. It's Kenny to answer for, too.
Keep a clear head, Lee.
We wouldn't be out here. We'd all been together to defend against...
This is beautiful. I like how the outside is all, like, really nicely rendered, but everything in the city is, like, totally fucked.
This is a shitty time.
It looks like Minecraft out there, like, there's no grass. Like, it's just, like, gray.
What is it?
Now with Kenny gone.
It looks like a Gmod,
Omid and I have to
or like
say
Gary's mod.
for her.
It's like they rendered everything within the borders of the game, and then everything else they were kind of just like, whatever.
You guys would be great.
It's not important. It's not populated by zombies, so we don't need to give a
We
shit.
do our best. You know that.
What's going on with you?
I don't know what you mean.
You know why Kenny did that, right?
I was in trouble.
Sure.
I didn't mean it to come off bad. Whoops.
Well, at least it doesn't look like a death trap.
I wanted to console her, not like put her on the fucking brink more. Whoops. I'm sorry, girl.
Who's going first?
You're the lightest.
This would be a perfect time for a Monty Python catapult.
You're walking for two.
Or like the Bridge of Death, where he's like, what is your name? What is your favorite color?
You two should go across first.
Yeah, they need to go across
You're the
first, but
lightest.
they need to do it one at a
I'll
time.
follow right after you.
They absolutely have to do it one at a time. They can't risk that sign breaking. That is literally the only safe way across. Oh yeah, let me not be a fucking giga asshole. Jesus Christ, I haven't done this forever. And it's not because, like, I forget about, like, it's not because I'm an asshole and I've chosen, like, not to regard it anymore. It's because my memory is utter dog shit. So thank you, David. And thank you, Ross Andrews, for the follows. Like, I'm very grateful for... I'm very grateful for all your guys' support, sorry.
Next.
Again, like, the maggots have partly eaten my brain, so, like, wording is hard, basically. I'm illiterate. It's mouth slur. It's mouth typo. Mouth typo central. So thank you guys very much for your follows.
Shit!
Good going, Krista. You broke it. Clumsy bitch. After I had faith in you, too. How fucking dare you? How dare you disappoint me and not perform up to my expectations? You are inadequate. I am literally half a man.
Fuck it. I'm going for it.
Going for it?
What does that mean?
It means
You know
I'm
exactly what
already
the fuck it
bitten.
means.
I just have to push my way through.
What the fuck?
Let's meet outside of town, by the train.
Are you nuts?
It's the only way.
No, I'm
Do you
Lee.
hear me?
I'm Lee
Yeah,
goddamn
by the train.
Everett.
Jesus. We'll be there.
So, if you choose not to cut off Lee's arm here, he goes full akimbo dual blade badass here. In IMO, it's honestly one of the most iconic moments in gaming I think I've ever seen before. Like, this shit is so goddamn metal, and it's just like, at this point, like, Lee is so strung out, and he just has no fucks left to give. Like, his number one priority, like, he knows his life is forfeit, and his only goal, his only resignation is to get Clementine back. And this part is so goddamn metal. I can't even begin to tell you how fucking metal this part is. Like, this is actually, like, I'm not even kidding, it's like some of the most insane shit ever. Like, he just hacks through this horde. Like, literally, this entire horde. He just mows down like a fucking monster. It really is incredible. And, like, the music here is so great, too. Holy shit. That guy's head got split in half. Yeah, so you guys ready for the big reveal?